Ni hao, myself Biplav Kon Mahato. Today I'll discuss about my topic. My topic is sequestration of ammonium nitrogen by copper supported weak base anion exchange resin. So this will be the contents of my presentation. First I'll discuss about the overall experimental procedure. Then I'll discuss about the effect of different pH regarding ammonium nitrogen removal. Then I'll discuss about the isotherm study and kinetic study. And lastly I will discuss about the disruption and reusability study, followed by the conclusion part. This is the schematic diagram of the overall experimental procedure. So 100 milligram of weak base anion exchange resin has been used, and 15 ml of different copper to concentration have been used to load the copper into the beads. And after 24 hours, beads have been washed in DI water and soniculated for 30 minutes and dried at 65 degrees Celsius. So this copper modified weak base anion exchange have been used to remove ammonium nitrogen removal from the water. So as per the optimization study, it has been found that the 1000 milligram per liter copper have been considered for further studies, and ammonium ion concentration have been quantified in ion chromatography, and copper concentration have been quantified in ICP OES. So now coming to the effect of different pH. So as per the study, we have found that when we increase the pH, the removal capacity have been increased, and maximum capacity is found at 6.28 milligram nitrogen per gram when initial pH was 9.15. So this phenomena can be explained by this way, that at higher pH the copper modified resin will be negatively charged, because copper modified resin has PGHC at around 6.28. So when pH will be more than 6.28, the copper modified resin will be negatively charged and the ammonium ion will be positively charged. So there will be electrostatic attraction between ammonium ion and the adsorbent. So that's why when we increase the pH, the removal capacity has been increased. So these are the isotherm study. So isotherm study have been considered in two different ways. First is when initial pH was around 7.44 to 8.04, which is marked in red, and second case is when initial pH was 5.66 to 6.008, which is marked in blue. So it has been found that when initial pH has been increased, the removal capacity has also been increased, and our data has been compared with three different isotherm model: Langmuir, Freundlich and Temkin model. So these are the summarized results for isotherm study. So it has been found that in both cases the Langmuir isotherm model has been fitted best among these three model, and maximum removal capacity is found at around 10.28 milligram nitrogen per gram when initial pH was 7.44. Now coming to the kinetic study. So this kinetic study is when initial pH was 5.28, and three different initial concentration have been considered: 50, 100 and 250 milligram per liter. So it has been found that when initial concentration have been increased, the adsorption capacity has been increased, as well as the equilibrium time or saturation time has been decreased. Now this is the kinetic study when initial pH was around 7.22, and it has been found that the pseudo second order fitted better than the pseudo first order. This dotted line was pseudo first order, and the straight line is for pseudo second order. And similarly, it has been found that when initial pH has been increased, the initial concentration has been increased. This should be 250 milligram nitrogen per liter. The removal capacity have been increased, as well as the equilibrium time have been decreased. So these are the summarized kinetic results. So it has been found that when initial pH was 7.22 to 7.28, the maximum removal capacity was 10.58, as well as the equilibrium time was around 18 minutes, and the rate of removal have been found maximum at around 0.5774 milligram per gram per minute. So now coming to the reusability study. So as per the previous studies, it has been found that when the disruption study has been considered at lower pH. So at lower pH the proton concentration will be very high. So this proton can easily kick out the copper which has been attached with amine group, and ultimately this copper will comes out into the system. So this phenomena have been used in our cases also. In our cases, as ammonium nitrogen have been attached with copper, So when copper is comes out into the system, in that case ammonium ion is also coming out into the system. That's why when pH has been decreased, the desorption efficiency have been increased. So it has been found that when initial pH was at around 1.83, the maximum desorption efficiency was around 91%. So this pH has been considered for reusability study. So as per the reusability study, it has been found that after third cycle, the removal efficiency was around 75%. So which is decent amount considering the ammonium nitrogen uptake. So from this reusability study, we have been conclude that desorption is maximum when initial pH is very less, and even after third cycle there is decent amount of ammonium nitrogen removal. Now coming to the conclusion part. So it has been found that when pH has been increased, the removal capacity has also been increased, and maximum removal capacity is around 10.28 milligram nitrogen per gram. And as per the kinetic study, the pseudo second order fitted better than the pseudo first order, and rate of removal maximum is found at 0.577 gram per milligram minute. And it has been also found that for removal kinetics, the rate of kinetics is also proportional to initial ammonium nitrogen concentration. And as per the reusability study, it has been found that even after third cycle there is a decent amount of ammonium nitrogen removal by this copper supported weak base anion exchange reagent. So these are the few references which have been considered in our study, and thank you for listening.